To solve this inequality, we're going to begin by combining like terms, negative 2x and positive 6x. Negative 2x plus 6x is 4x. We're going to bring down plus 5, less than, and 49. Now we're going to get rid of the constant of plus 5. The opposite of adding 5 is to subtract 5. So we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. When we subtract 5 from both sides, we're left with 4x is less than 44. We're now going to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is positive 4. We're now going to divide and we end up with x is less than 11. We can place some numbers on the number line. And then we want to place, remember when we use the greater than symbol or the less than symbol, we use an open circle because the number does not make the inequality true. So we're going to place an open circle on the number 11, and we need to show numbers less than 11, which are numbers to its left. The next one, we're going to use the distributive property. 9 times negative x is negative 9x. 9 times 3 is positive 27. We're going to bring down less than or equal to and 36. The next step is to get rid of the constant by subtracting 27 from both sides. When we subtract 27 from both sides, we're left with negative 9x is less than or equal to positive 9. Now we have a negative coefficient, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 9. And remember, when we divide or multiply by a negative, something needs to happen to that inequality symbol. It needs to change. So instead of it being less than or equal to, it's now going to be greater than or equal to. So the final answer is x is greater than or equal to negative 1. We can place a few numbers on the number line. And we're going to use a closed circle. Remember these two symbols, we use a closed circle. A closed circle on the number negative 1. And we're going to show numbers that are greater than or equal to, that are greater than 1, negative 1, which are numbers to its right. Up next, we're going to use the distributive property again. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. We're going to bring down less than and 12. Now we would add 6 to both sides to get rid of the constant. And we're left with negative 2x is less than 18. Now we need to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is negative 2. Remember, when you divide by a negative, you must flip the inequality symbol. So we're going to divide. We get x here, negative 9 here. The symbol needs to switch. Why? Because we divided by a negative. So we end up with greater than. X is greater than negative 9. We would place an open circle on the number negative 9. And we're going to draw an arrow to the right because those numbers are numbers greater than negative 9. For the final one, we're going to be multiplying by a fraction. 1/2 times x is 1/2 x. 1/2 times negative 4 is negative 2. Half of 4 is 2. And it's going to be negative. So for a negative group, or a group of negative 4, if you split it in half, you have 2 negatives left, or 2 negatives in each group. Alright, now we're going to bring down our greater than and our 10. And here we're going to add 2 to both sides. When we add 2 to both sides, we're left with 1/2 x is greater than 12. The final step here is to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. That's how we can get rid of those fractions very easily. The reciprocal of 1/2, or 1/2, is 2/1. When we multiply over here, we're left with x is greater than 12 times 2 is 24/1, which is the same as 24. We can write here 12, 24, 36, negative 12, negative 24, negative 36. Open circle on positive 24, with an arrow showing numbers greater than 24 like 36, 48, so the arrow goes to the right.